Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS news for Thursday, April 27. National Security Minister Robert Montego is warning licensed firearm holders that their permits will be revoked if they use their weapons contrary to good practice. Minister Montego's warning follows two incidents recently where private gun owners brandished their weapons in public spaces. The minister says government will not condone this increasing and worrying trend.
Let me be very clear. If you pull your weapon or discharge it in a public space illegally, it will not only be removed and the license revoked, but you can take this commitment to the bank. It will not be returned.
The minister was making his contribution to the sectoral debates in Parliament Wednesday. Minister Montego also said he would be clamping down on motorists with blue lights on their motor vehicles, motorcyclists without proper helmets or proper documentation, and illegal taxi operators.
Legitimize yourselves as we are about to launch a major drive against illegal taxi operators. This minister supports taxi operators as long as you are legitimate.
Effective June 1, there will be a 30% increase in the benefits paid to the 360,000 registered beneficiaries under the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education, PATH. Labor and Social Security Minister Shahini Robinson made the announcement during her contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament yesterday. She also announced that $15 million has been set aside to provide scholarships to PATH students for the next academic year. It's among plans to mark this year's 15th anniversary of PATH.
This is intellectual capital investment, and we want to implore Jamaican families to secure the future now for the next generation by investing in their children's education. Send the children to school, encourage them to do well, and the government will help to further their educational pursuits.
Jamaicans will have an easier path to land ownership with the implementation of several institutional changes at the National Land Agency, NLA. Chief among them is the merger of the NLA and the Land Administration and Management Program, LAMP. Portfolio Minister Darryl Vaz says the merger is being spearheaded by a consultant who will see to the streamlining of the land titling business process. The consultant will also make recommendations for amendments to the regulations of the Special Provisions Act to enhance the work of the 16 LAMP adjudication committees island-wide.
A study is currently being undertaken with the assistance of the World Bank to allow the NLA to implement an electronic titling system which will involve a study tour of land information in New Zealand by a team from JAMPRO, NLA and the World Bank. Workshops in Jamaica to advance the reform of title systems and consultations with various stakeholders.
Minister Vaz says the state will also be using modern digital technology to make land titling more efficient and is sourcing manpower from the recently announced Geographic Information Systems Service Corps. Jamaica has signaled its intent to tap into the Green Climate Fund under the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. The country ratified the agreement in March, and the minister says Jamaica will develop 12 sector strategies and action plans to support the island's move towards a green economy.
Through the Commonwealth Secretariat, we have engaged a finance advisor to support Jamaica's efforts to develop a comprehensive program and a portfolio of projects in line with the investment priorities of the GCF.
St. James's hotel room stock is to be increased with the construction of an 800-room hotel along the elegant corridor in the parish. The luxury 5-star all-inclusive hotel called the Hard Rock Montego Bay is to be built on 23 acres of land at Rose Hall. 1,500 jobs are expected to be created in the construction phase and another 1,200 in the operation phase. Construction is to start by year's end for opening in 2019, subject to the necessary approvals.
The private sector is our partner to delivering prosperity. This government is a business-friendly government. It facilitates business with a view of them making profits that can be reinvested to the benefit of our country.
To facilitate greater investments on the island, Minister Vaz says Cabinet has appointed a steering committee to guide the national policy. The steering committee is chaired by Senator Don Webby. And finally, Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, says the recently announced reduced property tax rates have now been reconfigured on its property tax system. Landowners can now see the reduced assessments on the TAJ's website through the property tax online query. The information is also accessible at tax offices. This does not apply to strata properties. As the TAJ says, further work is being undertaken to configure the system to reflect the new method for calculating their tax rates. The public will be updated once the assessments on strata properties become available. Meanwhile, persons finding it difficult to pay or who challenge their property valuations can find details of the various relief options in a special information hub on the TAJ website. Finance Minister Audley Shaw recently announced a flat $1,000 tax on all properties valued up to $400,000. A progressive tax regime with 8 bands, ranging from a low of 0.5% to a maximum of 0.9%, is applied above the $400,000 level. The lowered rates are being applied against the 2013 property valuations. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.